Hello, my lovely friend. Are you ready to solve this new problem together? So let's get a start. Here says a tightrope walker is walking between the roofs of two buildings A and B. The buildings are 24 meters apart. There is a safety net 5 meters above ground level. Part A asks find the length of the tightrope. So let's consider all the information that question gave us in the image. Here we see two buildings A and B. One of them is 20 meters and one is 27 meters. And here between the roof of these two buildings, I have a tight rope here. I don't know the length of this tightrope. Part A asks the length of tightrope. So we are gonna find the length of this tightrope here. First of all, I come to see the difference between the height of these two buildings is one of them is 27 and one is 20. So the difference height between them is 7. Difference height between them is 7. Let me write this length and write again. If I want to draw this length, would be like this. And we know the height would be perpendicular to the ground. So if I draw a line which is parallel to the ground, so this height would be perpendicular to this line. We know it. And it says the distance between two buildings is 24 meters. We gave us the building are 24 meters apart. So here I have this length is 24 meters. Now I can use for this triangle, which is here. I see the triangle. Let me label it A, B. This point is B and this point is D. So for triangle ABD, which is here, I find a right angle triangle. So I can use Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem says hypotenuse to the power of 2, which is AD. I am gonna find the length AD, which is the length of tightrope. So AD to the power of 2, AD to the power of 2 equals this length to the power of 2, which is 24 to the power of 2, plus 7 to the power of 2. So I will have AD equals AD squared, I should say. AD squared equals 24 to the power of 2 gives me 576 plus 7 to the power of 2 gives me 49. It's the AD squared. Now I go and take a root from both sides, and we know when we are talking about length, always length get a positive sign, so never get negative sign. So I say AD equals the square root of 9 plus 6 gives me 5, and 4 and 12. 525, which is equal 25 meters. So 80 is 25 meters. I am done for part A. Now I will go for part B. For part B, it's asked after traveling 15 meters, the tightrope walker falls off how far? So after traveling, when poor tightrope falls off. After traveling 15 meters, the tightrope falls, okay, off to the net. And we know if the question says the net is 5 meters above a ground level. So we should say net is 5 meters above the ground level. I write here. And it says after 15 traveling, the tightrope walker falls off, and I don't know the height of this length. Okay, what we are gonna find, how far will he fall before landing in the net? So I am gonna find this length when he lands in nets. I am gonna find this length. First of all, I go for triangle ABD, and let me label this length C and O. I go to show the two triangles ABD and ACO are similar, and I will find the height here, and then I will go to find a value that the part B asks of. So first I go to show the triangle ACO similar to triangle ABC. I am gonna show these two triangles are similar. So first of all, I say B and C. B and C are right triangle. B equals C. Both are right triangle. Equals 90 degree. Why? Because OB and BD are parallel line. So C and B are corresponding angle in this parallel line, so they are equal. Always I have to write my reasons. So in A and A, common angle, so I say common A and A are common, so I could prove, when I prove two angles of triangles are equal, so I can prove the third one are equal. Why? Because we know the interior angle of any triangle add up to 180, so I prove O and equal B. So I prove these two triangles are similar. These two triangles are similar. When I prove these triangles are similar, we know the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. That means I have 7 as a height here. So 7, which is BD over OC. So I say 7 over OC equals AD, which I found from part A, which is 25. So 25 over AO. The part B says after 15 meters. So AO equals 15. If I do cross multiplication, apply cross multiplication here, I will find OC equals 4 point, let me say 4.2, 4.2 here. So I get this height is 4.2. I put here 4.2. Now I am gonna find this height when the tide through water fall here. I know this height is 4.2. I go to find this height. This height, we say the height of the building A is 20 and the net is 5 meters above the ground. So this height would be 20 minus 5, which is 15. So I say this height would be 15. So how far will he fall before landing in that? I say 15 plus 4.2. So the height would be 15, 15 plus 4.2, which gives me 19.2 meters. We are done here. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, share with your friends, and stay tuned. See ya in the next new problem. Bye bye.